Hello everyone, myself Sowmya, Assistant Professor in CSC AIML Department, MLR Institute of Technology. So in this video, we are going to discuss about the JavaScript. So in previous videos, we have seen the use of JavaScript. Using HTML, we can only create the static structure. So if you want to provide interactive features to your web page, or if you want to make your web page dynamic, then we will go with the JavaScript. So in this video, particularly we are focusing on what is JavaScript and what's the difference between Java and JavaScript. So mostly the JavaScript contains the word Java, so most of the people will think like JavaScript is similar to Java or it is part of Java, but both are not same. We have so many differences between them that we will discuss here. And we will also see some basics of JavaScript and how to declare the variables, how to write the comments, all those things. And we'll also see one or two programs. So what is JavaScript? So we know JavaScript is a client-side programming. So client-side, we have three different main technologies, that is HTML, JavaScript and CSS. So in the previous video, we have seen this. But using HTML, we can only provide the static structure for your web page. That means you cannot interact with the page. So using JavaScript, you can make your web pages dynamic. That means you can provide the interaction features using this JavaScript. So this JavaScript is mainly used for interaction of the user. And so here it will make the page interactive using this JavaScript. So JavaScript was developed in 1995 and first it was developed by the Netscape browser people. And initially it was named as LiveScript and now they're calling it as JavaScript. So why it is named as JavaScript? Why they have used this word JavaScript? So I told you that this was developed by Netscape people and Java was developed by Sun Microsystem. So both the companies, they have an agreement. So regarding this, so that's why they named this scripting language as JavaScript. But there is no common features, there are no common features or there is no relation between Java and JavaScript. So we know Java is a programming language, whereas JavaScript is a scripting language. Then what is the difference between programming language and scripting language? So we know C language, C++, Java, all these are programming languages. Why we are calling all these are programming languages? You are writing your program. So initially you are compiling your program. So after getting the binary code or after getting the object file, you are executing that code to get the output. But coming to JavaScript, it is a scripting language. There is no process of compiling. So directly you are simply executing the program. There is no process of compilation or execution like that. Simply you are including this code, you are executing this code as part of your HTML code. And we know Java is a object-oriented programming. That means everything will be in the form of objects and classes. But coming to JavaScript, it is not a object-oriented program, but it is object-based programming. That means we use some predefined objects from the other languages in the JavaScript. So in JavaScript, we have objects concepts. So there we will discuss about this more. And Java is a strongly typed language. That means if I am using some variables in my Java program, before using them, I should declare them, I should initialize them. But here, JavaScript is a weakly typed programming. That means you can directly use your variables without declaration. So if I directly write the statement in Java, I'll get the error. But in JavaScript, I can simply assign the values and I can add them without declaring them. So I'm not specifying A, B, C as integers here. Simply I'm assigning 10 to A, 20 to B and then I'm adding. So by seeing this value, JavaScript will identify, okay, this type is data, this data type is integer like that. So these are the differences between Java and JavaScript. So coming to the basics, so generally this JavaScript code, you are linking with the HTML code. Why? Because HTML is only static. To provide the dynamic functionality, you are also adding the JavaScript code. So here we have two ways. You can directly embed the HTML code, the JavaScript directly in the HTML code. This is one way. And the second way, you can separately maintain the JavaScript file and you can simply include this file name in the HTML file name. So that means in the first process, you're maintaining a single file where you're combining the both code. But in the second process, separately you're maintaining the HTML file and JavaScript file, and then you're linking them. So this is a simple example. This is a basic syntax to include the script, JavaScript in your HTML. So this is the first type of inclusion. So here we can add the statement anywhere in the program, that may be in the header section or body section in your HTML program. So the syntax for adding the script is script type is equal to text or JavaScript. So what is the type of the JavaScript program you are adding? It is text or JavaScript. So this is for first process. First process in the sense where you are combining HTML and JavaScript in a single program. But coming to the second one, you are maintaining two different files. One is for HTML and the second file is for JavaScript. So now to link this Java file into your HTML file, you are using this syntax. So script type is equal to text or JavaScript. So that is common. And what is the source? I mean where your JavaScript file is available. So src indicates source is equal to whatever the JS file, .js file, that means JavaScript file is there, that you need to give here. So what is your JS file? JavaScript file, that is mypage.js. So that I'm giving as source. Now this code will be included to your HTML file. So whatever you want to write for your script or for your JavaScript, that you can write in between this tags. So these are the two ways of including JavaScript into your HTML. So in JavaScript, we have identifier as like a previous or normal programming languages. So we know identifiers are nothing but name of the variables or name of the functions. We call them as identifiers. So for every language, we have some rules and regulations to frame the variable names. For example, in C, I can give A, B, C as my variable name, sum as my variable name, but I cannot give 1, 2, 3 as my variable name. This is not possible or this is not allowed. That means we have some rules. So here also in JavaScript, we need to follow some rules to use identifiers or to frame variable names. So the first rule is it must begin with either a letter or underscore or dollar. So here we have three ways. The first letter must be an alphabet or underscore symbol or dollar. So the first letter must be A to Z, small a to Z or capital A to Z, or it can be underscore or it can be dollar. And no limit in the length of the identifier. So you can use any number of characters. Possibly it should be a little bit less only, and it is case sensitive. That means SUM is different from SUM. So these two are not same in the case of JavaScript variables. So next is reserved words. That means keywords. So we have some predefined words. They have already some fixed meaning which we cannot change them. So these are all keywords, and these keywords we cannot use as our variable names. So some keywords are break, continue, delete, for, in, return, throw, where. So where is used to declare your variables. Of course, it's not mandatory to declare variables, but if you want for better programming, you can declare your variables using var. But var is a common data type for all the data types. It may be integer or float or double or string, whatever the data type may be, you are declaring using the keyword called var. So void we have try, switch, instance of, function, else, default, case. All these are the predefined keywords or reserved words in the JavaScript. So next, comments. So we have two types of comments in JavaScript, just like your C programming or Java programming. So if you want to write a single line comment, you can use this / followed by your comment. And if you want to write the multiple lines comment, so if your comment is more than one line, then you can start with / followed by your comments, and while ending you should close it with the /. And this is a simple program. So here in the body part, I'm just opening the script type. So this is the example for your first type of JavaScript. So here I'm including the script type. So script type is equal to text or JavaScript, and here I'm writing only single statement to print a message, welcome to first JavaScript program. So to print anything on the HTML window, you are using the method write. W-R-I-T-E, write method. So where you're writing this method or where you're writing this content on the document. So here document is an object. So this object refers to your HTML document. So whatever the HTML document you are developing, on that document you're writing. What you're writing? This is the message you're writing. So you're in JavaScript and you want to access the HTML page. So how to access that HTML page or HTML document? Using an object called document. So document refers what? It is a HTML document. From where you are accessing this? From JavaScript file you are accessing, or from JavaScript part you are accessing. So if you are writing any code in between the script tag, that means you are in JavaScript. So now you want to access the HTML document, that's why you are using an object called document.write. So let's see the output for this. So this is the output I'm getting. So in the center, why? Because I have used the center tag over there. So that's why I'm getting the output in the center. So welcome to first JavaScript program. So this is the output I'm getting. So this is another way of writing JavaScript program. So we have seen we have two ways to include script tag in the HTML. So first way is combining both HTML and JavaScript code together. So previous example is for that. And now here you're maintaining separate JavaScript file and separate HTML file, and how to link them. So this is the similar code of the previous program. So simply you are using center tag and including the script tag. So script type is equal to text or JavaScript, but here I am not writing the JavaScript code. JavaScript code I am maintaining in a separate file. What is that file name? my_script.js. So that I need to provide in the source part. So src source is equal to my_script.js. Simply I am closing the script tag. Why? Because I am not writing any code in between this. I have written this code somewhere else in another program, and that file I am saving with the extension .js, which is referred as a JavaScript file. So in the HTML program we are not writing anything. Simply we are taking the code from the JavaScript file. So what you are writing in the my_script.js, see if you observe, in this we have written only one statement. What is that statement? Document.write, welcome to first JavaScript program. Only one statement which is used to write this statement on the HTML document. So here also same thing, document refers to the HTML document. So simply we will see the output for this. So this is the HTML file. And now I need to maintain .js file also. So this I need to save as my_script.js. So if I double click on it, I am getting the same output. Welcome to the first JavaScript program. But here I am not writing that script code directly in the HTML document, but we are maintaining separate JavaScript file, and which will be saved with the .js extension. And you need to add that in your HTML file using this script tag. So here simply you are adding the source file also. So in this session we discussed about the JavaScript. What is JavaScript? What is the use of JavaScript? Difference between Java and JavaScript. And we have also seen some simple programs of JavaScript. Thank you.